Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, the internet's most obnoxious VR enthusiast, and we are back with another episode of The Frank Show. Now, I was on Reddit earlier, as I often spend my time doing, and I found a post, well, really a high post on the PSVR subreddit that was talking all about people not having the energy to jump into PlayStation VR and start playing right away when they get home. They said, I just want to hop onto my couch, sit down, kind of grab my controller and play, and VR sometimes just doesn't make it that easy. It's not that I don't want to play VR. I love my VR. It's just that kind of hassle breaks it from just being, boom, right in it. Time to play. Now, one thing I can tell you guys is that I have been there before. I mean, even your boy Frankie has been like, oh, I got to pull out all the wires. But with an efficient and intelligent setup and the way you do things and kind of organize it and go through the setup of it, you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. And I think that I found one of the best solutions. Now, everybody's going to have good solutions. So please, you guys, please let me know your solutions for it below when we're done watching the video. But I think I found a pretty solid one that'll help most players. Now, the first thing out of the gate is that you might want to think about investing in some Mantis headphones. Now, those are the headphones that clip straight onto the PlayStation VR. I'll link them in the description if you want to check them out. They're not too expensive, and I'm going to be honest with you, they're not the greatest sounding things on planet Earth. I mean, they're not going to be like super highly immersive because it cuts out all audio, but we're talking about an easy setup right in there, and sometimes you just got to pick your battles, and these babies make it so much easier to just hop right in. You don't have to worry about wires dangling anywhere or plugging in left and right ears. They're just right there. You just put them on your headphones. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is just leave the main wire from your VR into the breaker box. Leave that plugged in and off away somewhere, and just unplug, maybe adjust your PlayStation VR part when you're done with it. With that, it makes it a lot easier rather than having to go for a whole bunch of different wires. You just have to do that one little connection and game over. If you do that, I promise you, it's going to save you so much time. It's such a hassle to think about pulling out that big cord and plugging it in. Leave that big cord plugged in and over and off away, and just pack up your PlayStation VR with its cord separately. Don't separate all those cords all the time. That's going to be a hassle. Now, I don't know. Most of you guys might not even do that, but if you do that, that could be a reason that you don't want to be playing VR. Now, tip number three is that get a dedicated VR space. I'm just kidding. I know that probably 90% of us can't even do that. And the only reason that I do that is because I just have a back room and no children. My dogs are my children right now. My kitty who's just sitting there watching me making a silly face. But regardless, you want to make your space clear, and a lot of the times that means just moving the coffee table. So the first thing you may want to do when you're setting up play, just move your coffee table out of the way when you get home so you don't even have to think about it later. Just be like, I want to play VR today. I'm going to move the coffee table, and then that way, after I'm done getting my snack or something, I'm already ready to go. I don't have to sit down and be like, oh, I got to move the coffee table. Move the coffee table. Just do it. Get it out of the way. I promise you, it's just going to make life easy if you just get it out of the way first. Go grab yourself something to drink, put it down on a coffee table, and then you're ready to go. Now, my second, I don't even know what tip we're on anymore. It doesn't matter. The next tip is that I like to take a chair and put it in the center of my play area. Then I take my PlayStation VR headset, I put it on a chair, and I plug it in. Then I take all the controllers that I need, and I stick all those on a chair as well, and I just grab my DualShock 4, and I turn on my PlayStation VR. Now then, I turn on my PS4, and I go through the menus and pick which game I want to play, and start up the game, and then I wait until the game finally loads up, and then I put on my headset. Now, when you have it in the center of your play area on a chair, it's already ready to go. It's already in the place you need to be. And all you do is you grab it. You got your Mantis headphones on already if you follow my first tip. You put it on your head and you move the chair out of your way. You know how much room you're going to need to play. Just move the chair that much. And if you want your DualShock 4, stick it on a chair. You're not going to forget where the chair is. And if you bump the chair, you're going to know where the chair is. You're going to know where the controller is immediately. You don't have to worry about losing your controller. Another tip, I know people hate it, put the wrist straps on your damn wrists. I know that it's sucks. I know it's not fun, but there's a lot of times where you do want to put your controller down in VR, and it's not about throwing them. It's about just letting go of them and having your hands free, and they're still dangling and just hanging out with you. Put them on for that. I don't care about safety. I mean, I care about safety, but that's not why I'm saying put your wrist straps on. Put them on so you don't have to lose them, and that way you can just dangle them, answer your phone, do whatever you got to do, and they're still just hanging out, chilling with you in virtual reality. Now, That's what does it for me. Then I'm already in. You know what I mean? Because then I didn't even have to put it on and go through all the setup process and log in on my PlayStation 4 in VR and be standing there waiting. No, I did all that on the TV while I was sipping there on my Sprite and eating my Doritos Locos and just having a great time and picking on some Super Hot. And then as soon as Super Hot's ready to go, bam, I put it on, press X, smile and wave at myself in the camera, and I'm ready to play. And that's it. That's it. You don't have to do anything. It's just you're launching a PS4 game. Just make sure, like I said, move the coffee table right away. Invest in the Mantis headphones so you don't have to worry about any kind of stuff like that. Make sure your stuff is always charged, and it'll be so much easier. Now, a big thing that is mental is you're going to debate with yourself whether or not you want to play VR. If you're going to debate with yourself, I promise you want to play VR. Just set it up instead of debating with yourself. Don't waste your damn mental energy on that kind of stuff. I mean, there are things to remember and things not to remember. There's a great SpongeBob episode about that one where he has to remember fine dining with all the stupid stuff in the background, forgets it all, remembers fine dining. Main point of that whole episode is that you got a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Don't even worry about that kind of stuff. Pay attention to this stuff that does. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. You guys, but those are my tips for setting up your PlayStation VR. Thank you for coming through. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a lovely day, lovely afternoon, lovely evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're new to the channel, please let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to reach out and say what's up. Now, you're beautiful. Most amazing audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thumbs up. You're a headset. You're golden. You're beautiful. You're great. You play VR. You're too cool. You got to. I mean, your life is awesome if you have the option to play VR. Don't even try to kid yourself. Now, if you happen to want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smushes. Monday through Friday. Frank Show. Monday through Friday. Frank Show. Buddy on YouTube. Buddy on Frank Show. Buddy on YouTube. Buddy on Frank Show. And that's how you do an outro. I know what else to do.